basket for two, what would you do? Although the value may be the same, by permitting an unequal exchange of money, the same money, one basket for two, you are opening the door for money to be lent on interest. I give you 1,000 and you return 2,000. And over a period of time. So in order to close the door for money being lent on interest, Nabi Muhammad ﷺ said this. Now who can answer the question? Well, why was it permissible to exchange 4 camels for one? Because animals were never used as money. I work for a whole month and I get my salary. My salary is a goat. So I'm taking the goat home. But this fellow came with his Mercedes-Benz motor car and he knocked down my goat and the goat died. So I went home and I told my wife, salary died. So she said, go tell the boss, salary died. So I went to the boss, I said, boss, salary died. Boss said, well, when I gave you salary, salary was alive. Because animals can die. Because animals can fall ill. Animals cannot function as money. This is the answer that any school child could have given 100 years ago. And almost no one can answer today. If this is money in Islam, how then can we explain a world today in which money with intrinsic value has disappeared? How can we explain? To answer that question, I'm going to now have to paint the bigger canvas to show the linkages between economics and politics, between international monetary economics and international politics and riba and the Quran and the Bible. It's a very interesting canvas. Very few scholars of Islam today attempt to study the subject. Nabi Muhammad ﷺ confirmed what is also in the Quran, that Allah had made a promise to Banu Israel, the Israelite people, that He would send to them a prophet who would be their prophet and who would be known as the Messiah, Al-Masih. And when the Messiah comes, he'd bring back the golden age. When Nabi Sulaiman alayhi salam ruled the world from the state of Israel, the holy state of Israel in Jerusalem. And the Jews therefore rule the world. That golden age will come back when the Messiah comes. This entire subject is explained in my book at the back there, Jerusalem in the Quran. When Allah sent the Messiah, however, He sent the Messiah in a way to test them. And they failed the test. They said, when she came with the baby, but she was not married, they said, this is a bastard. وَقَوْلِهِمْ وَبِكُفْرِهِمْ وَقَوْلِهِمْ عَلَى مَرْيَمَ بُهْتَانًا عَظِيمًا. They hurled this monstrous slur on the fair name of Mary. No, she gave birth to the baby, but she was sinless. It was what the Catholics call an immaculate conception. When the baby grew up and declared, I am the Messiah, They said, no, a bastard cannot be the Messiah. So they rejected him. And then when he started to condemn them for their evil, and in particular lending money on interest, they decided that he must die. And they held a kangaroo court and enforced the hand of the Roman government. And then when they saw him die on the cross before their very eyes, they saw it. They said, that confirms he could not have been the Messiah. Why? Because the Messiah has to rule the world from the holy state of Israel, from Jerusalem, and bring back the golden age. But he's dead. So he could not have been the Messiah. 600 years later, Allah waited 600 years. 600 years later, Allah sent down the Quran. And 600 years later, mankind learned for the first time. وَمَا قَتَلُوهُ. No. They did not succeed in killing him. وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ. No. They did not succeed in crucifying him. This is your book speaking. وَلَكِنْ شُبِّهَ لَهُمْ. Allah made it appear like that. بَلْ رَفَعَهُ اللَّهُ إِلَيْهِ. Allah raised him. He did not experience something called maut. What is maut? Maut is when Allah takes the soul and does not